YouTube. Today, just really came out to the woods for a chat. I'm not really thought of much in the way of subjects to talk about. So I guess I could. I'll just let everyone know first, in case they don't know, is I've closed down my Savage Bushcraft websites, both of those, and at the moment the workshops are closed until further notice for various reasons. But so I won't be making knives. I mean, I'll probably make knives occasionally just for myself, but nothing on a larger scale or anything like that. So I'll be probably doing a lot less knife making videos in the future. So it's just going to be outdoorsy, sort of woods, bushcraft, that sort of thing. Today, what I was thinking of talking about was my little Tinder kit, because I didn't mention it before in the last video of the day pack video, which I said I was going to in the video. Where is it? Right down the bottom there. Basically all I've got in this little kit is a small tin, like an air rifle pellet tin, and in there is some char cloth, part of a cramp ball, a piece of flint or chert. Actually, that one is either a piece of flint or chert will work fine. And normally inside there as well is a small version of it's like a mini striker. There's normally a small version of that in there as well. It's alright, there's a road just over there, or not just over there, but a field or so away, because I'm right on the edge of the woods today, and some of the lorries going past quite noisy. But yeah, it's just that's a tail off of a file, an old metalworking file, just the tail cut off of it, or annealed, and then the cut off bent round so it gives a bit of a loop to help hold it while you're striking, and hardened again. So that's pretty simple stuff. Also in the bottom I've got some more denim shirt material in case I need to make some more char cloth while I'm out. There's a few pieces of amadou, like tinder fungus in the bottom there, some bits of cotton wool, not impregnated with anything, just normal cotton wool in those. And I think that's about it in there today. Yeah, there's loads of bits of various sizes and shapes of amadou in there, but it's really simple basic kit, and it's enough to get a fire going if you need to. So hopefully I'll be able to show you getting a fire going in, well, striking the ember onto a piece of char cloth, and I normally transfer that onto a cramp ball, and I've just gone and picked up some more cramp balls and some bits of cramp ball that were over there on a stick. not big enough to call it a branch, so it's a stick. So I'll be using one of those, probably the smaller one of the lot. Now something started eating away at this one, but it's not in there anymore, so I'll give that, actually, no, I won't use that one. It's got, not sure if you can see in there, that white stuff is, I think that's like spider eggs, or it's the larvae of some, or the eggs of some small insects, so I won't use that one. Okay, hopefully you'll be able to see this sort of area here. I'll move that out of the way a bit and use that to kneel on. Now there's not an awful lot of dried grass around here at the moment, but you want some really dry sort of grass or similar for your tinder nest. I've got some dry moss. There's loads of that around here, and some of this is quite damp where it's on the ground, but where it's growing up plants and trees, it's quite dry. But I'm using that to give it a bit more body to hold on to, because really you want a tinder bundle or tinder nest that's quite large. So hopefully I'll be able to without dropping all of the parts of the nest. Hopefully I'll be able to drop the piece of cramp ball or King Alfred's cake, Concentrica Daldina or one of those, something like that. One of those anyway. Drop that into there when it's glowing as an ember. I'm going to strike into or on an ember onto char cloth first, and then place a piece of char cloth on top of the cramp ball just to make things easier. You can do the piece of char cloth straight into here, but I find a nice piece, a small, like quarter of a piece of, or maybe even half a piece, if you, depending on the size of the cramp ball. I find a piece of that with the char cloth on just makes it burn quite a lot longer, and gives you a bit better chance of getting the results you want. So I'll just try to clear a lot of the leaves out of the way where it's going to go. I mean, the leaves shouldn't catch fire at all, but it's always better to be safer than sorry. I mean, the ground's quite damp. So let's get going. So this might take quite a while, because it's been a long time since I've done this, and it's one of those things that's it sort of gets better, or you get better at it the more you do it, sort of thing. So you want the char cloth on the edge. I mean, you can strike an ember onto the cramp ball itself, but it's very hard to hold all of the pieces together without crushing the cramp ball into dust. So hopefully you can see this. You want to hold the char cloth on the edge, so that some of the sort of the frayed edge of the char cloth is on the edge, and you want to strike down past the char cloth, because the sparks will fly upwards. I've got a funny feeling that the flint is so cold that it's taking quite a lot of the heat away from the sparks when it lands on the edge of the char cloth. There's a few that have landed on top of it, but not quite enough to catch, like that one did. Rearranging this a little bit. So this char cloth even, if I can talk properly, is very fragile. I think I might have overdone it slightly. There we go. into there. And we're going to try and get some of the dry stuff in contact with the ember. Well, would have done if the ember didn't go out. Try a different piece of this. Bit breezy today. after all of the this is why you want a big tinder nest. And there we go, at last. So that was actually the moss that caught that time, rather than the dried grass. But it just goes to show, with a bit of perseverance, you can get there. So don't give up straight away. And sorry that took so long to do, but I didn't want to cut out any of the trial and error bit, or well, not trial and error, but the trying bit for trying to get it to work. But yeah, so that's pretty basic kit, and all you need is a bit of cotton to put in a tin and bake, basically, just to make char cloth. I'll probably do another video on that. I think I might have touched on it before in a really old video, but I can't remember if it ever made it to YouTube or not. But but yeah, that's all you need is a char cloth, a piece of flint, obviously, a cramp ball, and something to strike the flint with, a piece of hardened tool steel, like a piece of old file. But yeah, that's so. Yeah, that worked in the end. Took a lot of trying to get there, but I mean, if you needed it in a life and death situation, and as long as you've got some means of sort of starting a fire to boil water and keep warm, then that's all that matters. So hopefully that filled a small gap in my videos lately. I haven't made one for about a week, I think. And if you can think of any sort of reasonably sort of straightforward, I suppose, content that you want or would like to see in a video, feel free to let me know in the comments or whatever, and I'll see what I can do with those. I mean, so yeah, hopefully see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.